Breaking news in the Iraqi dinar space is once again capturing attention across the global investor community. New claims are circulating rapidly, suggesting that Tier 4B exchanges are now live and that bank screens are actively showing appointment bookings for currency exchanges. For many investors who have been waiting for years, this kind of headline sounds like the moment they've been anticipating. It creates excitement, urgency, and a sense that something big is finally happening. But at the same time, it also raises an important question: how much of this is actually real and how much is speculation? Today we're going to take a calm, clear, and fact-based look at these claims so you can better understand what's going on without getting lost in hype. Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar Brief, your trusted source for simple, reliable, and professional updates on the Iraqi dinar and global currency developments. Our goal is always to give you information that is easy to understand, grounded in reality, and helpful for making informed decisions. In this video, we're focusing on the latest Tier 4B exchange live reports, the idea of bank screens showing appointments, and what these claims really mean in the context of how global financial systems operate. We'll break everything down step by step, so you can separate facts from rumors and stay focused on what truly matters. Let's start by understanding what Tier 4B actually means. This term has been widely used in online dinar communities for many years. It is typically described as a group of private currency holders who are expected to exchange their Iraqi dinar before the general public. According to these discussions, Tier 4B is often seen as one of the final groups before a broader public rollout. However, it's very important to understand that this tier system is not officially recognized by any central bank, including the Central Bank of Iraq, nor by international financial institutions. There are no official documents, policies, or announcements that confirm the existence of such tiers. This means that while the term is popular within the community, it remains a theory rather than a verified structure. Now let's move to the main claim that's driving attention right now: the idea that bank screens are showing exchange appointments. On the surface, this sounds like a major breakthrough. If true, it would suggest that banks are actively preparing for or even starting the exchange process. However, when we examine how banks actually operate, this claim becomes highly questionable. Banks handle sensitive financial operations under strict regulations and confidentiality rules. Internal systems, often referred to as bank screens, are not accessible to the public, and they are not used to broadcast major financial events in advance. If there were truly a coordinated exchange process happening, it would be managed through official communication channels, not leaked screenshots or second-hand reports. In real-world finance, large-scale currency changes are handled with extreme care and transparency. Central banks work closely with governments, international organizations, and major financial institutions to ensure stability. Any significant move involving currency valuation or exchange processes would likely be announced through official press releases, policy updates, or recognized financial news platforms. It would not rely on rumors, private group messages, or anonymous sources. This is why it's so important to approach claims about live exchanges and visible bank appointments with a critical mindset. That said, it's also important to acknowledge that Iraq's economy has been making gradual progress. Over the past few years, the country has taken steps to improve its financial system, strengthen its banking sector, and increase transparency. These reforms include efforts to modernize banking technology, reduce reliance on cash transactions, and align more closely with international financial standards. These are positive developments, and they do create a stronger foundation for future economic growth. However, these changes are part of a long-term process. They do not point to sudden, secret exchange events happening behind the scenes. Another key point to consider is how currency values are determined. Exchange rates are influenced by a combination of factors, including economic performance, inflation, government policy, foreign reserves, and global market conditions. A sudden and dramatic revaluation of a currency is extremely rare, especially without clear and public justification. Any significant adjustment would need to be carefully managed to avoid economic disruption. This is why most currency changes happen gradually and are communicated clearly to the market. So what does all of this mean for you as an investor or someone following the Iraqi dinar closely? The most important takeaway is to stay informed, but also stay grounded. It's completely understandable to feel excited when you see headlines suggesting that exchanges are live or that major progress is happening. However, acting on unverified information can lead to disappointment and confusion. Instead, focus on reliable sources, official updates, and real economic indicators. Pay attention to announcements from the Central Bank of Iraq, government policy, changes, and reports from recognized financial institutions. It's also helpful to think about expectations. Many investors have been holding Iraqi dinar for a long time, hoping for a significant increase in value. While Iraq does have potential due to its natural resources and strategic position, economic growth takes time. Progress happens step by step, not overnight. By keeping realistic expectations, you can make better decisions and avoid being influenced by every new rumor that appears online. At the same time, staying engaged and informed is still valuable. Following updates, learning about economic trends, and understanding how global finance works can help you build a clearer picture of what's possible and what's not. Knowledge is one of the most important tools any investor can have. The more you understand the system, the easier it becomes to filter out noise and focus on meaningful developments. As we wrap up, let's bring everything together. The current claims about Tier 4B exchanges being live and bank screens showing appointments are not supported by verified evidence. The concept of Tier 4B itself is not officially recognized, and the idea of banks displaying such sensitive information publicly does not align with how financial institutions operate. While Iraq is making real progress in its economic reforms, these developments are gradual and do not indicate a sudden hidden exchange event. If any genuine and confirmed updates do emerge, they will come through official and transparent channels. And when that happens, you can count on Iraqi Dinar Brief to bring you accurate and easy-to-understand coverage. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Also, share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about these latest claims? Are you seeing similar reports, and how are you evaluating them? Your perspective is always valuable to this community. Thank you for watching, stay informed, stay patient, and we'll see you in the next update.